Every season of America's Got Talent introduces someone who captures the audience's attention for a few unforgettable minutes. But every now and then, a performer steps onto that stage carrying years of dedication that no one watching at home ever gets to see. That's exactly what happened with Nene Royal. To millions of viewers, she looked like an overnight sensation. In reality, her story had been years in the making. And once you discover everything that happened before that audition, her performance becomes even more incredible. Let's go back to July 7, 2026, the night the world suddenly learned her name. Nene walked onto the America's Got Talent stage, looking like the last person anyone expected to steal the spotlight. She was just 15 years old, shy, smiling nervously, and laughing at herself as she spoke with the judges. She even shared that the very next day would be her 16th birthday. The audience immediately broke into a chorus of happy birthday, while her father stood quietly beside the stage, proudly watching every moment. It was a touching scene that made her seem like any ordinary teenager chasing an impossible dream. When the judges asked what she wanted most, Nene answered with complete honesty. She dreamed of becoming a superstar who would one day tour the world. It sounded like the kind of wish countless teenagers make every day. But within seconds, everyone in the theater realized she wasn't simply dreaming, she was already proving she belonged. The moment she picked up her electric guitar, everything changed. The shy teenager disappeared, replaced by a fearless performer who completely owned the stage. She launched into a powerful rock version of Zombie by the Cranberries, filling the theater with raw energy. Her voice carried both grit and emotion, while her guitar playing matched every note with confidence. She threw herself into the performance, headbanging, growling through the chorus, and commanding the crowd with the confidence of someone who had spent decades performing instead of someone still in high school. Have you ever watched someone completely destroy everyone's first impression in less than 2 minutes? That's exactly what happened here. The audience exploded with applause. Sofia Vergara called the performance spectacular and told Nene she had a real chance to go far in the competition. Howie Mandel didn't hesitate either. He simply smiled and declared that she was already a rock star. No conditions. No hesitation. Just a rock star. Mel B loved the performance just as much. After mentioning that Phuket was one of her favorite places in the world, she praised Nene's incredible guitar skills and said her voice and instrument were the perfect combination. Then came Simon Cowell, famous for delivering brutally honest criticism. Instead of tearing the performance apart, he praised it. He said her voice sounded authentic and explained that the rough edges actually made it feel more believable. Rather than polishing away her uniqueness, those imperfections became her greatest strength. The result was exactly what every contestant hopes to hear. For judges. For enthusiastic yes. Nene Royal was officially moving on to the next round. For most viewers, that seemed like the beginning of her story. But in reality, it was only the moment the rest of the world finally caught up. Long before those judges ever applauded her, she had already spent years performing for audiences who barely noticed she was there. And that's where her journey becomes even more remarkable.